Hi guys, it's Anna. I am back as promised with another rant today. Um, what I thought I'd talk to you about is something that really annoys me. This is going to go into the category of things that piss me off. Now, there's a lot of things that piss me off, and I get pissed off on a daily basis, and I'm one of those hot-tempered people who likes to yell, but at the same time, I can't stand any kind of loud noise. One thing that annoys me more than anything I can possibly think of at the current moment is when you sit down to eat and you're at a nice restaurant and you're trying to enjoy some conversation and you're trying to have a nice meal and there's that couple behind you. You know that one couple with the toddler who for one is beating on the table continuously screaming about how they want ice cream and how everybody they hate everything and how their parents are so mean and they're just throwing shit around all over the place. And you're sitting there and you're trying to enjoy your meal and you're trying to have a nice time and you're trying to be out and about. And not only is this little kid a douchebag who is just going to scream his head off the entire time. I don't know what it is about parents, but you guys apparently there comes a point in time where you can't hear your own kids. So Johnny little fucktard Jr. over here is screaming his head off and mommy and daddy just can't seem to hear him. They just don't give a shit. They just don't care at all. And the little kid is screaming and it turns out not only is Johnny douchebag Jr. little fucktard an asshole, but his dad is a big dick. I mean, he's that guy that is going to scream at the waitress because his hamburger is medium well instead of medium rare. You know something? You don't fuck with people who bring your food. You just don't do that. Do you have any idea what they could do in those kitchens when you're not paying attention? No. I've been a waitress. I've been a waitress and I've had to deal with extremely horrible people who they cuss at you and they throw things, or you wait on them hand and foot for 4 hours and they leave you a $2 tip. And there's nothing you can do. Nothing. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm gonna walk in here and I'm gonna make this person's day a living fucking hell. Just let me sit here, for 2 hours and make this poor girl who is just trying to do her job to the best extent of her ability. Let me come in here and make this poor girl's life hell for 2 hours, because that just rocks my socks. And I'm going to bring my screaming little fucktard kid with me. I don't understand how you guys can't seem to hear your own children anymore. And they do that really obnoxious, high-pitched squealing noise where their face gets all red and they tense up and they've got their little fists up and their eyes get real big and their feet start kicking, and then this just weird squeal bursts forth from them like a fucking demon coming out of the bowels of hell. And they just can't hear it. Just la 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 la. Mommy fucked hard and daddy fucked hard can't hear you today. That is probably the most annoying thing. If you decided that you could have a child, maybe you should be a good parent and teach your kid some manners. I mean, it's not that hard. Don't scream at the dinner table. Don't throw food around. Don't yell at the poor lady trying to do her job. I mean, sometimes I think that the world is nothing but dickheads and assholes, honestly, which is a good thing, though, because obviously it gives me good material to rant about and to scream about and cuss and throw temper tantrums about. But it's not that hard to teach kids over a slow period of time. There's just certain acceptable, polite table manners and things. I mean, it's really not that difficult. And why on earth would you bring a kid who is just going to scream and yell and drive everybody insane to a restaurant? I know what it is. I got it. It's because your kid is so fucked up you can't ever find a babysitter. That's what it is. And that's all. There's nothing wrong with coddling kids and holding kids. Babies are adorable. Everybody wants to hold a baby. Everybody wants to hold a baby and play with the baby when it cries. But there comes a certain time when you can't keep indulging everything a child does. Sitting a kid down with a TV is not an okay thing to do because you don't want to deal with them. Giving them candy because you know that they're going to scream for it is not an okay thing to do. Discipline is a great thing. I'm not telling anybody how to raise their own kids. I don't have any kids. But I do have 8 younger brothers and sisters that I grew up with, and the youngest one is only 6. So I've been surrounded by small children for the majority of my life, and I speak from experience when saying spoiling a kid does nothing but cause you problems throughout your future. And do you really want Johnny Fucktard Jr. to grow up to be like Johnny Douchebag Fucktard Daddy? I mean, that's just not a cool thing to do. Don't raise your kids to be like you, especially if you're a fucking dickhead. I mean, it's not that difficult. Don't throw shit at the table, don't scream. And for God's sakes, for you idiot fucktard parents, all of you parents out there, look, just listen, just focus on me for 2 seconds. Focus. Are you focused? Are you paying attention? Are you paying? Alright. Stop bringing your kid to the restaurant if you know he's going to scream. Other people want to eat too. Did you get that? Do you think we made the solid connection? I think we made that connection, and I think you can understand. And cyber mommies, your kids are not perfect. Stop bragging about your kids. Stop putting everything up on Facebook about your kids. Well, no, put shit up on Facebook about your kids. Be proud of your kids. But nobody's kids are perfect, and I hate you parents who push your children to be on the honor roll, to be perfect attendance and AB students, and they have to do this, and they have to do that, and they have to do this. Your kid is miserable. Stop doing it to him. Stop shoving so much responsibility down a kid's throat. Discipline, order, and structure are necessary things. And for the love of God, stop talking about how wonderful your own fucking kid is. Because let me tell you something. He's not that fucking great. When he was a baby, he picked his boogers and ate his boogers just like every other kid on the playground. He probably took a dump in his pants a time or two. Your kid ain't perfect. I mean, I know you think that your child walks on water and is the sun and moon and stars and everything in the fucking brilliant universe. He's not. He's just not. If you've got a certified genius prodigy child, freaking fantastic. When your kid grows up and he's a neurotic mess with mommy issues, you can blame that all on yourself. But that is my rant for today. And I hope you fuckers enjoyed it. And I may or may not do another one tomorrow, seeing as how it's Thanksgiving. Chances are I'm probably not. I'm going to stuff my face like a fat ass. And I'm cool with that. So, I will talk to you guys either tomorrow or the day after. I may get on later on tomorrow night. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And comment, subscribe, rate, all that good stuff. You know, all the stuff that you always have to. Leave me comments, leave me hate. I don't care. And I hope you fuckers have a nice night. I really, really do.